Thank you everyone for tuning in to this brand new another session of Contributor Roadmap series. So Contributor Roadmap is a series of sessions that will guide you on how to contribute to the certain projects and how to get started with it and stuff like that. So so in this particular session, there are lots of series going on. You can go to the chat section and check it out there. So in this particular section, I will be deep diving into MobSF, how to get started with it, how to install the MobSF into your own system, and not we will be analyzing our application and by using. So in this session, I'll be using Windows as my host operating system and Android APK as to analyze that particular application. So before we dive into MobSF bit, I'd like to show you some. I'll share you one blog written by Siddharth. So I'll share the screen first. I hope you can see my screen. So yeah. So this is the contributor roadmap blog that is perfect for you. So if you felt like you stuck somewhere, and if you get stuck somewhere while starting with the project, MobSF project, you can go to the Aviyel Discord server, or you can set up a call with us. And there is a step-by-step guide that you can help, that you can get started with the MobSF, that you can start your MobSF journey. So you can go to the MobSF organization and you can check it out their project first. But before you even get started to contribute to that project, you need to first learn how to contribute and what are the guidelines to contribute. So I'll go to that bit step-by-step process in a step-by-step process. So yeah, if you want to view the AMA with the Azin Abraham, the maintainer of the MobSF itself, you can check it out, which is on the Aviyel YouTube channel as well. And if you felt like you stuck somewhere, if you stuck while installing the MobSF into your operating system, or if you felt like you stuck while analyzing your application while performing static analysis or performing dynamic analysis, you can check out our Slack community as well as our Discord server. And even if you have any questions, and if you get stuck into some questions, there is an FAQ section on our platform as well. You can check that FAQ section. So there is an entire set of queries, so you can check that platform as well. And so to get started for the beginners, if you want to learn Git and GitHub Essential, there is an article written specifically for you. You can check it out. Check out that article as well. And there is cheat sheet. There is a markdown guide for you. And yeah, and if you want to start your front-end journey, there is an entire set of tutorials and articles for you. So you can check out that chat section and follow along with the guide, that set of guide that is there. And yeah, there is an scripting tutorials, bash and batch scripting tutorials. You can check it out that. And after you completed all those stuff, you can go to the commit convention, how to commit, the guidelines, the imperative guide for committing. You can check out that as well. And you can learn the Docker tutorial from here as well. And the static analysis, dynamic analysis, we'll get back to that in a very depth manner. But for now, let's go to how to contribute to the MobSF project. So there is a contribution guideline specifically for you to how to contribute to this particular project. You can check out that guideline. So link is on the chat section. You can check it out there. And if you are just planning to just do non-code contribution. You can translate the MobSF into your own native language. Yeah, and if you are interested to write some blog related to MobSF, you can contact hello@aviyel.com. So yeah, that's it. Now we can take a dive into what is MobSF, what it will solve, and what are its how do you analyze your application, mobile application, and stuff like that. So yeah. So before I even start, I just want to uh, give you an explanation. I mean, I just want to explain you that MobSF is not only designed for developers. MobSF can be used by general public, can be used by any people, anyone. So it's not specifically designed for developers only. So for example, let's say you pirated one application file, or you downloaded one application file from CD website. So it's very hard to differentiate between the original APK file and the corrupted one. So there is tools out there that you can use to analyze your Android application. For example, there is an Kudos. You can go check it out there, where you can analyze your Android application. And there is a virus total tool where you can analyze your application. But the thing is that this tool will only specifically show you the result, whether the application is uh, full of malware, virus, or not. It won't give you the depth explanation about your application. I mean, depth about the vulnerabilities, issues, security issues, and malware that is present inside your application. It will just show you the result of whether it is good or bad. So there are tools out there. There are numerous tools out there that you can check, that you can use to analyze your application, mobile application. For example, runtime mobile security, OS MSTZ, and AppMon, and the MobSF itself. So these are the bulky tools. These are the security frameworks and security tools that is designed to mark and test the efficiency of the mobile application. So why am I advocating MovSF? So the main reason is it's free, it's entirely open source, and it provides the same functionality and the feature like the paid ones. So why not use it? So yeah, that's the main reason why I'm advocating more about MovSF. So yeah, we are done with the explanation bit. Now let's actually dive into how to get started with the MovSF. So first, you can simply go to their documentation site and get started. And not only that, I will also guide you through an in-depth explanation about a static analysis component of the MovSF, dynamic analysis component of the MovSF, and how to get started, the method that you can use to run MovSF. There are 4 different methods to run MovSF. So first one is by installing everything into your host operating system. The second one is by installing, you can use MovSF into your virtual machine. And the third one is by using Docker method. And the fourth one, you can use the cloud version of the MovSF. For example, MovSF.cloud. You can go there. Okay. MovSF, GitHub. Go to the MovSF repo. Go to the release section and head over to the MovSF.live. And you can run the MovSF, but there is an exception. You cannot perform static analysis. You cannot perform dynamic analysis inside a Dockerized environment, virtualized environment, and on the cloud. So you will be able to perform only static analysis on these platform. So what I mean by that is you cannot perform static analysis. You cannot perform dynamic analysis inside a Docker by using the Docker, and you cannot perform dynamic analysis if you run MobSF inside a virtual machine, and you cannot perform dynamic analysis on the cloud version. So if you only you are able to perform both dynamic as well as static analysis if you install MobSF into your host operating system. So yeah, that's it. Now let's get started with the MobSF installation bit. So sorry. So before we even start installing the MobSF into our operating system, let's look at the requirements that you need in order to run the MobSF into your system. So in order to perform static analysis, uh, these are the stuff that is required to for a static analysis component to perform static analysis. So if you are already a developer, you might have Git installed. So this one is for only Mac. This one is for Linux user, and this one is for Windows user. So follow these all requirements. It might take 10-15 minutes max. So install Python if you have already. It will be, you are good to go, and install the JDK and use the follow these commands. Install wget to PDF for report generation, and follow the same guidelines that is mentioned below. So these are the prerequisite requirements that you need in order to run or install MobSF into your system. So after doing that, after you are done with the uh, stuff, after you have done all the installation, Git installation, Python, and so on and so forth. Now, if you want to perform dynamic analysis, uh, it's mentioned here as well. So dynamic analysis will not work if you use MobSF Docker container or set up MobSF inside a virtual machine. So these are the requirements that you need in order to run dynamic analysis inside your system. So these are the software. So Genymotion, you can use Genymotion. You can use Genymotion Cloud VM or Android Studio Emulator itself. So for this session, for this particular session, I'll be using Genymotion VM. And yeah, so let's get to the installation part. So you can install MobSF if you are using Linux or Mac. Simply follow this command. First, git clone the repo and get inside that repo and fire this setup.sh command. What this command will do is it will install all the necessary dependency uh, of this particular project, and yeah, and you can run MobSF into your own system. So similarly as in Windows, git clone it, head over to that folder and simplify the command setup.pat. It will install all the required dependency of this particular project. So yeah, now I'll show you the process, a step-by-step process. Uh, I won't be able to do the entire installation process. I mean, I've already done it because it might take 10, 15, 20 minutes for you, depending upon your PC speed, network connection, and so on and so forth. So I've already done it. This repo is around 150 MB, so it might take time for you. So for installation time, it will take 10-15 minutes. So for me, I've already done it. Now, where is my, wait, demo, so demo. So this is the project. Okay, I'll open my VS Code inside it. So for that, simply type code dot, and where is it? So yeah, I've already installed all the dependencies and I've already cloned the MobSF repo. So for now I have to just fire the run command to start my MobSF project. So for this, to run MobSF, you can simply type run.sh and pass the URL argument to it. Or if you don't pass any argument, it will simply run the MobSF in localhost 8000 port. So let's say run.bat, and I will simply hit enter, and it will run in localhost 8000 port. So head over to the main website, I mean browser, and type localhost 8000. And yeah, as you can see, it is working. It will take 2 minutes, 1 minute. Yep, it is running. Now get back to our website, get back to our browser, and let's start analyzing our application file. So you can upload your APK file here by, you can select the APK file here as well, or you can drag and drop your application file. And after you did analysis, the all logs and the record will be here in the recent scan section. So these are all the application file that I analyzed previously. So you can go to the recent scan section and you can check it out there. So okay, I'll start analyzing one application file, or I can choose one application file. Wait, static analyzer, upload analyze, the go to the Aviyel demo. Where is my MobSF demo? APKs. So yeah, these are the APKs. I'll be testing one sample APK. So and also remember that the analysis will take time. If the size of the APK is bigger, it will take time. So select some a small, not a bulky APK. Let's try to analyze some small APK. Okay, contact manager. It will take some 10. You can view the logs here as well. So yeah. If you have any question, you can drop it in the chat section. If not, I'll continue. Okay then. So yeah, it is done. So this is the okay, this APK looks a bit chaotic. I'll analyze another APK. I'll try to analyze not a bulky one, but not so. Yeah, sample test. Let's see. Wait, it's exposed. Wait, let's try another one. Let's try quick shortcut. Yeah, we can go with it. So yeah, on the recent release, MobSF just they released just a new feature, a scorecard feature, where you can view the entire score, the CVSS score, the average CVSS score, the trackers, the security scores, the entire stuff. There is a separate section for this. So I'll get back to this later on, but I'll explain you about uh, the feature that MobSF provides. So at the first, there is an information section where you can view the security score, the tracker detection, the average CVSS score, and next to that app score, there is an file information section. Okay, wait. So at the file information section, you can view the file name of that particular application, the size of the application, and the hashes that this particular application uses. And next to the file information section, there is an app information section. You can view the app application name, the package's name, the main activity, and the target SDK, and so on and so forth. And just below it, there is an Play Store information section. So this is the exact information that it's on the Play Store. That it's the exact description of the Play Store. And just down there is an component section. I will get back to this on the later part of this session, because there is a component section on the I'll explain you on the later bit. So there is a component, the activities, services, receiver, providers. I will explain you about what is activities, what are services, what is receivers, and what are providers in the later part. So before we dive into another section, let's learn about what is scan. What does scan option feature provide? So this section, it will simply list out so you can simply rescan the entire application. You can start the dynamic analysis from here, and next to that scan option section, there is a decompiled code section where you can view the Android manifest XML files. You can view the source code of this particular application. You can view the Smalley code of this particular application. Not only that, you can download the entire Java code. You can download the entire Smalley code itself and the application APK file itself. So in this session, we are using APK file. So keep in mind that you can analyze iOS application, Android application, and any other mobile application. So below to it, there is an signer certificate section. So in this particular section, you will get the version of the signature version of this particular application, the issuer identification, the validation of this particular signature, and the hashes it uses. So yeah, wait, let me check. Am I still live? Okay. Yeah. Okay. I mean, yeah, the hashes of this particular, I mean, is a signature algorithm and issuer identification, yeah, and so on and so forth. So this section will give you the detail about the particular signature that this particular application uses. So yeah, yeah. 1 second. Okay, if you have any question till now, you can drop it on the Q&A session. And if you don't have any question, then we can proceed. If there is any question. So yeah, major difference between static analysis. I'll get back to this later on. First, we'll perform static analysis, and I will go to the depth of what is static analysis and what is dynamic analysis and what are the differences between them. Okay. So yeah. Shall I continue? Okay then. Hey, do we need to have any programming knowledge to use MobSF? First, no. You don't have to require a vast knowledge on planning to just start because you can simply analyze, you can use um, so if you're just planning to get started with the MobSF, you can check out the MobSF.live, and you can simply drag and drop one random APK and just go through it, go through the what are the depth of those analysis, and you can simply explore it. That's it. You don't have to have depth knowledge. You just learn by exploring. That's it. So yeah, any questions? Yeah, static analysis and dynamic analysis. We'll get back to this, but if there is no questions. So this section will simply displays the permission this particular application uses along with this status info and description. So the Android API section, it will display all the API that is leaked or API um, that is present, that is used by this particular application. It will display everything, the every API that this particular application uses. So browsable activities are simply now let's go to the browsable activities. Yeah, browsable activities are the activities which can be browsed by a particular schemes. So this there is none at the moment, but it will display all the browsable activities which can be browsed by a particular schemes. So now let's head over to the security analysis part. So there is a network security. There is a manifest analysis, core analysis section, binary analysis section, NIP analysis section, and the file analysis section. So inside network security, uh, uh, let's get to the it will simply list out all the security issues, the network security related issues. It will simply list out all the stuff that is there, and it will display in this particular section. So manifest analysis, it will examine the manifest.xml file of this particular Android application, and it will display whether that particular thing is uh, corrupted or not, along with its severity and its description. And I think I forgot to mention, you forgot to show you about the MobSF scorecard. Yeah. So current score is the score of this particular application is 45 out of 100. So the average CVSS and security score is actually calculated from the core code analysis finding. So the average CVSS is determined by calculating the average score, whereas the security score is determined by its severity. So each app is given a perfect score of 100. If the mobile, if this, I mean, MobSF will subtract 15 points from each findings with an severity of an warning, and MobSF will subtract 10 with an high severity, sorry, MobSF will subtract 10 15 point if it finds a severity warning of very high, and MobSF will subtract 10 points if the severity has an warning severity, if it has an warning severity, and MobSF will subtract add 5 to the score if the severity warning is secure, if the severity is secure. So what I mean by that is if the average evaluated score is if the average evaluated score reaches the point above of the 100, it will simply mark it as an 100. If the calculated score reaches below 0, it will mark as 10. So keep in mind that if the Score reaches above 100, it will mark as 10. If the score reaches below 0, it will mark as 10. Yeah. I'll also show you the API REST API feature. I forgot to mention that MobSF also provides this is the best feature that I like. MobSF also provide REST API feature which you can directly integrate it into the CI/CD pipeline, and you can simply automate things. You don't have to manually drag and drop your application file. You don't have to manually perform test. You can simply automate everything. Yeah, you can do dynamic analysis from that. You can perform static analysis from that. You can view the recent scan. I'll show you how to do that. Give me 1 second. I was scanning quick sort scan of that. Okay, network security. I was inside a manifest analysis section. Manifest analysis session. All of your concern and issues, along with its severity of this Android manifest XML file, are listed in this particular section, along with its severity, standards, and the files, file location of that particular XML file. And inside the code analysis section, this section will simply lists out all the issues along with their severity and the standard of that analyzed decompiled Java source code. Now inside the binary analysis section, it will list out all the issues that had been detected in the shared object. So yeah, that's the binary analysis. And now the NIP analysis. So NIP analysis, it will let's get to the file analysis first. So file analysis will simply list out all the sensitive files, such as the leaked certificates and the hard-coded strings of this particular application. It will list out all the information of that stuff, of the hard-coded stuff, hard-coded strings, sensitive files and information, and the certificates. Now malware analysis. So inside there is an APK ID analysis, Quark analysis, server location, and the domain malware check. So APK ID analysis, this will give you a solid understanding about the application from the code perspective. And the server location, it will provide you a beautiful looking map UI, where you can actually see where the server is currently running. It will plot everything for you. And domain malware check, this is the most important feature. So MobSF retrieves the domain from the binaries and compares to them non-malware domain stored in its database. So it will, according to that result, it will define, or it will determine whether that particular domain is good or bad. So in simple term, it will simply compare this particular domain with the domain that is residing inside its database, and it will show you the result whether that particular domain is good or bad from that particular analysis. And reconnaissance sections. So in this section, this URL section will simply list out all the URLs from the different source code files of this particular analyzed application. And Firebase DB section, it will MobSF is capable of extracting all the Firebase database URL, and it will also perform an additional check to see if the database is exposed to the internet or not. This is the Firebase. So there is none in this section, so it will display nothing. So in the email, MobSF is also able to extract all the emails that is there, which is embedded inside the source code of this particular application, and it will extract all the emails and it will display in this particular section. So trackers are simply development toolkits or the add-ons, you can say that, that collects data and information on the behalf of the application. So trackers section, it will simply list out all the trackers, all the possible trackers that are currently being used in this particular application. So string section, let's jump to the string section. So string section, so MobSF is also capable of extracting all the hard-coded string in the binary, especially the one from the string resources. So it will extract everything and it will display in this particular section. So string section, as you can see, it's very bulky, so it's very big. So hard-coded secrets. So it will simply, MoSF is also capable of extracting all the hard-coded secrets that is there in this particular application. It will analyze the binary of this particular application, and it will perform additional check whether there is an hard-coded secret embedded inside this particular application, and it will extract and show you the result in this particular section. Now the component section, we can dive into the. So at first, so there is an component section. So as you can see, the first there is an activities. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there are 8 activities in this particular application. So activities are simply a single screen in your application with an interface that the user can interact with. And services are simply the part of the application which runs in the background. And receivers are simply allows the user allows the user to register for system or application events, and not receivers. So receivers are simply it allows user for to register for receivers allows user to register for system or application events, and providers, it simply provides its own UI for working with the data. And libraries are all the dependencies and all the packages that this particular application uses. So yeah, these are the file section, and what else is there? It will simply list out all the files that is there, and it will simply display in this particular section. Now what else is remaining? I think the PDF report section. Now if you click on this particular report, you can generate the entire static analysis report. So as you can see, the score is B, and the it will display all the CVSS score. It will provide you the file information section, the app information section, the component, the information about the components. So you can if you are planning to do some bug bounty, this report might be actually helpful for you. So yeah, so this is the static analysis report. So yeah, the static analysis is done. Now let's dive into dynamic analysis. I think we are good to go. So in order to start dynamic analysis, you need to perform static analysis first. So always remember that you cannot directly jump into dynamic analysis. So to perform dynamic analysis, you need to start your virtual machine. So for that, start your Linux VM. So if you didn't start any virtual machine, it will throw you an error. So to start your dynamic analysis process, you need to run a virtual machine or run any device. So for that, there is a guide for you as well. You can go to the MobSF docs, go to the configuring dynamic analyzer. If you are planning to choose Genymus on Android virtual machine, You follow these exact step by step. And if you are using, if you are planning to use Android emulator, you follow these exact steps. But I prefer Genemotion. It's lightweight and it's very fast. So yeah, we did static analysis. So what exactly is static analysis then? So static analysis is simply and oftenly known as a static code analysis. So it is the practice of examining a computer program without executing it to identify any kind of anomalies, vulnerabilities, security issues, and threats. So, so it is commonly performed in the source code of the program. Um, uh, so yeah, it is commonly performed in the source code of the program itself. Yeah. Now dynamic analysis, it's an process that you can perform the analysis while the app is still running. So what I meant by that is static means static. It's still, or uh, you have to do it one by one or manually. Dynamic is you can perform that same analysis while the app is still running. Report. Now to start dynamic analysis, you go to the scan option, or you can sorry, you can start the dynamic analysis from here. So it will take some time. The Frida. So main purpose of dynamic analysis is to help in the detection and the correction of the defects or the issues in the memory of the application, or the if there is any memory leaks on that particular application, and the if the uh, it aids um, in the detection and the correction of the defects of this particular application and the problems that you might face during the execution of the program. And always remember that it is mandatory to perform static analysis before you even jump into dynamic analysis process. And yeah, you are done with the dynamic analysis process. I mean, you have successfully this is a dynamic analyzer. To start dynamic analysis, you need to start the instrumentation process. But before we jump into that bit, let's actually go to the this feature that MobSF provides on a step-by-step manner. So source screen feature, uh, it will simply project the emulated device screen directly into this web interface. So you can perform simple tasks and simple operation from here as well. So it will take some time, so I won't be able to do I won't be doing this. So this let's jump to the next section, this next feature. So remove root CA means and certificate. So this feature is responsible for intercepting the traffic from the devices. And you can start. So TLS SSL security test will simply help you to evaluate the security of the application's network connection. So yeah, so these tests are simply applicable only for application that performs network connection over the HTTP protocol. So you can start the test by run the TLS SSL test. So you have to wait for 2-3 minutes. It might take some time. Meanwhile, I can answer some question that is there. So yeah, can you suggest some resources which can help me understand general security related concept? Yeah, yes, yes, yes. So go to the you can go to the OPSEC site. There is an awesome course created by Ozin himself. So Ozin, if you don't know about Ozin, he is a maintainer and the uh, the core contributor, maintainer, and the creator of the MobSF itself. So there are the courses available from his from very own Azin. So yeah, you can check it out there. And also there are lots of you can check out the contributor roadmap series. Where is that? Let me check the link. Uh, So you can go to the Aviyel main official site, go to the projects. If you go to the MobSF, there is an lots of resources available. You can check it out there as well. And uh, you can go to the roadmap series. Where is that roadmap series? This one. So you can view these resources. You can travel through these resources. You can learn about MoSF and security in general. You can check it out. This you can check it out the OPSEC's official site. Yeah. So yeah. Where was I? My dynamic analysis was running. So yeah, this one, this one, this. Yeah. So yeah, the test is successful. So this test will simply evaluate the security of your application's network connection. And next, there is an exported uh, exported activities tester. So this feature, if you click on this, this feature will allow us to dynamically test for the exported action, which helps in the creation of dynamic POC, the proof of concept, and the verification of the static analysis findings. So if you now next to it, there is an activity tester section. So this feature will enables you to forcefully test all the non-exported activities. And next to this, there is an get dependency feature where it will simply collect all the information about the runtime dependency of this particular application. Wait, it's failing. Give me 1 second. Okay, so yeah, get dependency, it will simply collect all the information about the runtime dependency of this particular application. Next to it, there is a Logcat stream. Wait, take a screenshot feature where you can take the screenshot of the devices which of the device which is running in the VM. So click on the take screenshot. It will show you the log taking a screenshot, and after the screenshot is completed, you'll get a message. Just wait for it. Just wait for it. Yeah, screenshot taken. So yeah, this feature will simply take the screenshot of the device running in the VM. And Logcat stream, if you click on that, it will stream and show you the real-time log of this particular application. So for example, if I wait, phone is starting. I think my VM is going crazy, but let's. So yeah, so Logcat stream, it will simply show you all the real-time logs of this from the device itself. So it is the real-time log. If you click on the device, you will get the the real-time log of that particular action. So yeah, this is done. Now before we jump into generate report section, let's actually um, start the dynamic analysis. We haven't yet started the dynamic analysis. So in order to start the dynamic analysis, first click on the start the instrumentation. So click on start the instrumentation after you successfully click that. Now you it will the couple of application will get loaded, and this application will get spawned, and the couple of Frida wait, error connecting to Frida. Uh, why is it? So let's debug it manually. Oh wait, I think I installed. Okay, let's again start the instrumentation. So what it will simply does is it will this application uh, this quickstart application will get spawned. The couple of Frida code will get loaded, and yeah, it worked. Yeah, this is the Frida script that that will get loaded, and yeah, that means you have successfully performed dynamic analysis. So after that, next to it there is an Frida code editor. But before we dive into that section, let's go to the Frida live logs. So the Frida live logs, it's you can it will simply display all the output from the various Frida script. You can view the output from here as well. You can view if there is any error. You can it will display every bit of error here in this section, and inside the Frida logs section you can view the output from the various Frida scripts, whether you are running a custom Frida scripts or not. Yeah, so there is another feature. You can load your custom Frida scripts, and you can after loading the custom Frida scripts, you start the instrumentation and repeat the process. So you can bypass the flag secure, you can bypass the method, you can file trace. There are a couple of pre-built Frida scripts that is already available for you. You can check it out, or if you want to create your own script, you can create here as well. And after you successfully completed your analysis, there will be a new button will get unlocked, which is called Live API Monitor. So if you click on that, so this Live API Monitor will simply records all the API calls that is happening during the runtime. So um, it will record all the API calls that are happening, this particular application is performing on the runtime. So you will get the detailed information about that. And after, I think we are done with the dynamic analysis part as well. So now we can simply generate the report by clicking on the generate report section. It should work. So yeah, you have successfully did static analysis as well as dynamic analysis. Now, this is the report that you get after you have successfully performed dynamic analysis. Okay, let me grab my screen. So yeah, in the information section, you can view the live API monitor, which it will display all the API logs of that particular application that is happening during the runtime. And next to it, there is an Frida live logs. You can view the logs that this particular when the application gets spawned and the Frida scripts I mean, if you created one custom Frida script or any Frida script, if you use that pre-built Frida script, it will simply display all the logs of that particular script. And yeah, you can monitor your API logs, Frida logs, the traffic, the HTTP traffic and Logcat traffic, Tomsys logs, and the application data. and down there is an free the API monitor. So these are all the stuff that we did in the previous. So yeah, so these are the device data. Yeah, so this is the detailed version of what we previously did. So TSSL security tester, the testing on the connection of the network connection of the application. So yeah, so this is the TLSSL security tester. The result is perfect, and the exported activity tester. So it will simply test. It will simply logs out all the screenshot, and it will place it at this particular section. And the screenshot that we took previously, these are all the runtime dependency that is happening during the runtime. And server location, it will simply display you the beautiful looking UI map where it plots where this server of this particular application is running. So as you can see, the server is running at the United States. And the domain malware check, it will check whether the domain MobSF, let's say MobSF has a good set of domain in their particular database, and these are the domains that the MobSF extracted from the source code, and it will compare with the domain that is residing inside the database of the MobSF. It will cross-check it, cross-validate it, and it will show you the result whether that particular domain is good or bad. That's it. And the reconnaissance section, you'll get the clipboard dump of this application running in the runtime. You'll get the it will extract all the URLs that is residing inside the binary of the source code, source code of this application, and it will display in this particular section. And it will extract all the emails and will display in this section. And the trackers, it will extract all the trackers and it will display here. And base64 string, it will simply extract all the hard-coded strings that is inside the source code of the application, and it will display inside this particular section. File analysis section, it's same. It will extract all the database, the leaked database of this particular application, and it will display here. And that's it. Now to simply print this report, you can simply hit Control P, or you can go to the download or print report section, and you can generate report for yourself. Now that we are done with both static as well as dynamic analysis, now we can finally use the REST API feature. I will show you how to use it. So let's head over to the API docs. I hope I am sharing my screen. Okay, yeah, I'm sharing my screen. Okay, head over to the API docs section. And as you can see, there is an API key provided for you. So you can use this particular API, embed it inside your CI/CD pipeline. You can automate things. So I will show you what I mean by that. Let's actually test it. Let's go to the hopscotch.io. So hopscotch.io is simply an API testing tool. You can use Postman. So previously, hopscotch.io was called Postwoman. So yeah. So this is very good tool for testing your API. You don't have to download a bulky application. You can simply test your API on the browser itself. That's the awesome feature. So where was I? Okay, so for the main URL, simply type http. No, I won't be typing. I will simply copy pasta. Okay. Now after you did that, let's actually display. Let's actually send the GET request, and let's display all the scans that we did previously. For what I mean by that is, let's go to the recent scan. let's actually use this REST API feature to display uh, all this analysis that we did previously, and let's actually display it. So for that, to do that, where is it? Where was I? Yeah, API docs. Go to the recent scan or the display the recent scan section. Go to the copy this API URL scans, paste it, and inside header you need to provide some authorization. So click on authorization, go to that, go to the top, copy your URL API key, paste your API key. Now select the GET request and send it. Bada bing, bada boom. So as you can see, there is the contact manager that we analyzed, open camera that we previously analyzed. There is a Nextcloud APK that we previously analyzed. So launcher, free OTP, everything. It will you will be able to perform. You will be able to perform anything from the REST API. You can upload your APK. You can scan your APK. These are the post requests. This is the GET request, and you can delete a scan. You can view the app scorecard. You can download the PDF report by just using APK. Just using API. You can compare application to different application just by using API. And for dynamic analysis, you can even perform dynamic analysis using the REST API. You can start the analysis. You can view the Logcat information. You can stream. You can view all the stream. The real-time logs of the application, and you can remove root certificate. You can install root certificate, and so on and so forth. So you can pretty much do everything by just using the REST API feature. So that's it. I think we did we did a static analysis successfully, dynamic analysis successfully, and we also did some REST API stuff by using MobSF and hopscotch. So I think we are done with the session. Yeah. Thank you for tuning in. If you have any questions, if you can, we are already over time. So if you have any question, you can ping me on Discord channel. You can join our Discord server. So Siddharth, drop the link for our Discord server, and you can join our you can, if you have any queries related or if you have any questions related to MobSF, static analysis, dynamic analysis, about the feature it provides. If you have any questions, you can ask me directly on Discord channel, or else if you just want to explore it, you can go to our aviyel.com site, and you can visit the MobSF section. Go to the Aviyel site, go to the project, check out the resources section, go to the project, go to the MobSF section, and you can check out the resources from here as well. And if you want to contribute or if you want to write about MobSF, you can directly email us at hello@aviyel.com. So by saying that, I will be concluding this session. Thank you everyone for tuning in, and hope you have a great day, great night, wherever you are from. So thank you, and bye bye.